Hello everyone and welcome to another Toy Box preview. Today I'm gonna show you Star Wars Rebels Bounty Chase. It featured number 4 in the Bounty Hunter Challenge of Disney Infinity 3.0. So we start off in an interior which is like the Rebellion station right now, and we speak with Bail Organa here. Welcome back. We have been tracking a new Imperial base. Oh no! The Empire has arrived! And the Empire has interrupted us, so we have to take them down as they are invading the base ship. We're gonna fight off a few troopers here. They exploded the area, so that's why you see a lot of smoke going on right here. And I thought it made the action a bit more interesting. Ugh, they damaged the engines.
Rex should be able to fix it. He's with Hera in the pilot cabin.
So we're now gonna go look for Rex. As you can see, the engines are exploding, another little effect of what happened. We're gonna go up this elevator to meet with Hera. There she is.
Everyone alright? Rex? He went to battle. Oh no, the ship that just took off kidnapped him. We had to check the security terminal. Maybe the cameras recorded who did this.
So we're now gonna go for the terminal of cameras. As you can see, the ship is surrounded by a lot of cameras around the room. So those are the cameras. And we're gonna access them here on this terminal. So let's hack our way through the terminal.
Got him. Mandalorian armor, but blue.
Ah, Bounty Hunter Boba Fett. I remember he had a bounty on a Jedi once. Let's find Chopper upstairs. Maybe he can fix the engines. So we're gonna go upstairs here. And we're gonna find Chopper. Walk, walk, walk. Take the pieces and leave? Fine, we'll fix it. Let's head back to the 4 engine columns where we face those troopers. So we're gonna head down now. Basically, this first part Toy Box is more of a mystery exploration about what's going on and a bit of development of the whole story concept. And it's also a nice little way of using interiors. I really wanted to use all the Rebels decorations that are in the game for the interiors. It's really fun. So that's why I started the whole thing this way. Now we're gonna go fix the columns, and then we're gonna go for another section of gameplay outside of interiors. Got the last column. Excellent. Engines are starting to run. You did it. We should start searching on Tatooine. That's where most bounty hunters go for bounty. And we're off. Now we're gonna switch to Sabine. This toy box is meant to be played as any Rebels characters that you desire.
Found him. Go, quick, get in the ship now.
So now I'm gonna do something similar to my toy box with King of the Tunas, Shroud of the First Order. You're gonna go into the ship and then you're gonna press the change seats button and you'll be on the turret. And you'll be chasing down Boba Fett while Hera is moving automatically the ship. So your focus is simply to shoot down Boba Fett. It's something a bit arcadish, but it was a lot of fun to create. I always wanted to make a little bit of a chase against Boba Fett's ship. And here we have like a lot of meteors running around. There's a few pieces that are with blocks, and there's some explosions set up to make things have more action and more. It makes it more difficult. Every time that Boba Fett turns the ship around, it's more distant and it becomes more challenging that way. And you did it. Ow, he made us crash hard and fast.
I jumped into hyperspace when the bomb almost got us.
And then we're gonna push on forward. So you're still alive. I'll make you a deal. You give me the Blue Boy Jedi in exchange for Rex. Only if you find me. We're in Tatooine, close to Jabba's palace.
We need to go inside. We had to destruct 4 towers near the palace to deactivate security and we can get in.
So now we're gonna go to those 4 towers that you see in the distance. This is a little bit of small Tatooine segment. One of the great things that I loved about doing this toy box is that I created a lot of different gameplay and environments. Like we were first inside the ship, then we were flying in space, and now we're on land on the planet. That's something I always like to do a lot with my toy boxes, just always have different areas for players to play on rather than be stuck all the time in the same place. And we're gonna head on here with our land speeder that I provided. It's much more faster to get to the areas instead of doing a very long walk, because I wanted to make sure Tatooine looks like a big desert to explore, but at the same time I don't want you to get bored walking all the way through. So now we're gonna climb these stairs. You could battle those Tusken Raiders I battle, or you could simply ignore them. It's your choice, but I always put them because since it's a Rebels toy box, maybe people have not leveled up their Rebels characters just yet, so I think it's a great opportunity to do that. We need to get to this tower over here. There's one on the front and there's another one on the other side. And I always like to make sure that there's things for players to find or activate or deactivate, because it makes for exploration. Usually I do this with collectibles, but in this case I just wanted players to activate and deactivate things rather than go for the more traditional collectibles. And I feel for Star Wars this is more fitting rather than collecting things like I did with Zootopia, for example. We're gonna get this last one over here. Done, but we better take care of those bounty hunters at the entrance. Now, in order to progress, we need to take down these bounty hunters. Gotta get them. One great thing I liked about the new enemies from Force Awakens is that they're not very specific characters looking, so you can play around with them and make them seem like just bounty hunters, not something specifically. And some of them are really bounty hunters because they're from the bounty hunters that were looking for Han Solo in The Force Awakens. And we're gonna use Sabine's bombs. Sabine is a great flexible character. My favorite from all the Rebels is Zeb. Finally, let's go inside already. So now we're gonna go to here where the radar indicates, and we go inside the palace. And we're gonna do some stealth now.
We need to open the door to Jabba by finding 4 green cube keys. But we have to be careful with the guards running around.
So now we're gonna go find those 4 green cubes, but we have to be very careful that with the Gamorrean guards, because they can kill us if they get too close to us. You have to be very stealthy. It's not something super hard, you just have to wait for them to go to one side, or you can simply go to the next green cube until he turns. If it's very distant enough, then you can get in. But see, here he's getting so close that he can get you. The thing about it is proximity. If they get really close to you, then that's when you're pretty much doomed. Here this one is in a good corner, so you can really quickly pass through before he starts moving around. And something I really liked about here is designing a little bit the halls of the palace. You see those green columns over there? They activate once you grab each green cube. that's a way to indicate you how many you have left, in case sometimes players forget how many cubes they had to collect or something. So this is a little subtle hint, like telling you you have this amount left to pick. And it's always nice for kids to make sense of colors. Got it. Let's proceed. Now we're gonna proceed into the palace and speak with Jabba himself, without his permission, of course. And there he is. We're inside the palace here. Now we can talk with him here in the middle, exploring a little bit here.
Hey Jabba, we're looking for Boba Fett. I was hoping for this favor since I rescued your son ages ago.
Wankala Tranka Kashna. He remembers you, Jedi, but times have changed. You must prove yourself. What does he mean by that? What? And we fell down into the pit. Thankfully, by this time, Jabba doesn't have a rancor just yet. So instead, he got a lot of bounty hunters here in the cave. So yeah, the concept of this section, a lot of this idea was thinking of Ahsoka in Rebels. I was really excited to see Ahsoka be part of Rebels. And I always wanted to make a connection story with Clone Wars and Rebels. And that's why Ahsoka says to Jabba that, you know, I saved your son in the Clone Wars. You should remember me. And you owe me something. So that's pretty much what's going on here right now. Like, Jabba's like, fine, but I want you to play around a little bit and entertain me, basically. So we're going fending off against all these enemies. Thankfully, Sabine really gets the job done for this. Pew pew. There's these two giant enemies. These are the more hard ones. I decided to make sure, since it is the last battle against enemies overall, I wanted to make sure it was pretty testing for you. So we're gonna go here, and again, also an opportunity to level up your Rebels characters. And you can also play as Ahsoka, because Ahsoka is included in the story too. Ah, no, you can do this. I can do this. Don't die. Survive. No. Oh, we did it. You have proved yourself. Take the speeder outside and we'll take you to Boba. And now we're gonna go take this speeder and we're gonna head on to face Boba Fett outside. I'm gonna take this little speeder right here. I think the most challenging part of this toy box was the space limit. This is all in one box, including the space chase sequence is all part of this toy box. You gonna give the boy? Fine, I'll take care of you. And that's also another thing that inspired me of doing this toy box. I wanted players to face Boba Fett, which was added in one of the patches as a boss battle. So that was a lot of fun. I always wanted to play with Boba Fett as the villain in a toy box. I'm gonna face him down. He can be pretty tough. Sometimes these boss battles can be really easy. Sometimes it can be pretty tough. It just depends. Come on, explosive finish. No, fine.
Rex, are you okay?
All good, thanks to all of you.
Boba Fett ran away, but I'm sure we'll see him again someday.
The end. Thank you for watching this toy box video. This might be my last toy box video, maybe. At least this is my last featured toy box in Disney Infinity. After what happened, as you may know, that the game got cancelled. But I'll be doing a very special video that I'm gonna talk about all that happened with Disney Infinity and what's gonna be the future of Disney Infinity in our channel in terms of content. So stay tuned and see you next time.